What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 610 interviews I've done. Give the special guest from Springfield, Massachusetts to Boston 617-2978 a second to get on here, and we will start this Iccy Show. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. And my condolences to anyone who has lost one. Peace, peace. I apologize for running late. Just got out of work. I hope everyone's having a blessed evening on this Thursday. Definitely hope everyone's doing good. I'm going to send you the invite again.
How's it going?
Good, good. This is Bonnie Stone from Springfield, Massachusetts, the one and only, to Boston 617-2978. I appreciate you coming back on the Iccy Show. How you doing, Queen?
Good. How's it going? 413.
Area code 413. Yes, of course, 413 is in the building. So salute to you, Queen. Thank you for coming back on the Iccy Show. This is the 1-year anniversary that the last time you were on there, so I appreciate you. I hope everything's going well your way.
Yep. That's dope.
So this is interview 610 interviews. And Miss Bonnie Stone, what have you been doing this past year in this music industry?
Past year, I put out a single, the Ice Cream Remix, that was on DJ King Prince's mixtape. He had a summertime mixtape that was dope, so I did that for him and dropped a little visual that I shared on social media. And also I dropped my 4th solo album, Bad Company, this year.
Congratulations. Now, did you pick that name or did someone else pick the name?
No, actually, it was a collabo from me and Mindframe, producer Mindframe. Shout out to Mindframe. So we just came up with the idea just to name it Bad Company. And it's kind of like an adult contemporary hip hop album. So it deals with, you know, friendships, betrayal, love, all types of shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And do you feel like this is the best music you ever came out with?
Um, I don't know if it's the best, but it's personal. So this is the most personal album that I ever came out with. You know what I'm saying? And it shows kind of like my growth and maturity. So some people say it's like my best album though, because
I
maybe
mean,
I was so vulnerable with it.
okay. Honestly, I think it's one of last year I did follow you when you did come out with it and everything. I think it's one of your best material. I feel like I don't know, maybe I was just emotional what I was going through,
Yeah.
and then that's why I could relate to it. I'm not too sure, but I definitely shed a tear to one of your songs, and when I do that, I know that I can always relate to something, and your music always hits me. When you used to perform at in Cambridge, what was it called?
Um,
Middle East.
Middle East, yeah.
Yes, where I met you. And it's always been a good performance by you. You always interact with the crowd. You always make sure everyone's having a good time when you're on that stage, and people's heads do turn when you do your performances. So
Yep.
salute to you doing that.
Yep. Salute to you for making the album.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. That was that song when you did the video.
No, that was the intro.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yep.
definitely. Now, have you been doing performances or you not really?
I did performances like earlier in the year. So I haven't really did any new performances lately. But
Are you are you looking to do shows right now, or you just want to wait until the spring?
I mean, if it makes sense, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense, I'll do it. The last show I did was over the summer. But
And how
oh,
was the crowd in that performance?
it wasn't a good turnout. So yeah, it
Oh,
was like very poor how you say it, like promotion.
oh wow, sorry to hear that. That sucks. Excuse my friend.
It,
Because
it was a good it was a good chance to practice though.
right, but also, as an artist, that gets disappointed because you're expecting at least somebody, it to be packed than what it is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be nice about it, but I know how it is. Seeing artists, although you practice, you go to a studio, things like that. So, money is
Yep.
involved, time, and if you're busy being a parent, it takes time out of that child's life. People don't understand that.
Right.
When shows you should be on it, and I salute to you. You've been doing it for years now. How many years you've been doing the music industry for?
Um, Consistently, probably this will be the third year, going on four. Yeah, consistently.
But you always stay coming back with the full throttle. So salute to you. A lot of artists can't do that once they, if they
Yeah.
have to take the time or whatever the case may be. You always come back full throttle. Like I said, I've seen you perform in Boston too.
Yep.
It was the Wu-Tang.
Yep. Iron Solomon.
Yes, Solomon Childs, right?
Yep. Yeah, Solomon Child. I call him
Yeah.
Iron Solomon. I'm thinking of battle rap because I was just watching battle rap before I got up here.
Oh, okay, okay. I apologize for being late to traffic and I got out of work late, so um I apologize.
It happens.
So Bonnie, where do you think your next footstep would be? Do you think you would be more into, with the music, or would you like to do a documentary of you?
So I would like to do a documentary. I always toyed around with the idea of doing a documentary. It's just like for me, if the visuals aren't correct and the interview's not correct, then I don't want to put it out. But a documentary, I think will be dope. It'll be dope. I think um, just explaining the story of how I came into hip hop, the love for hip hop, all of that stuff would translate into a good story.
Definitely, definitely. And what about a web series? Have you ever thought of doing a web series?
Nah, I never thought of a web series actually.
I think it would be nice to have you do a web series as a female, how you started, and do it as chapters to inspire women that are trying to get into this music industry that are young now.
I
Even
never
though,
thought of that. Yeah.
yeah, I think it would be dope. Peace, peace, everybody. Definitely. I think that would be a good power movement as a woman. But that's just me giving advice,
No,
but I could,
that's actually a good idea that I never thought about. And kind of release
well,
in series and chapters, so it doesn't have to be everything done at once. It's kind of like one, two, three. Yeah, that is a dope idea, actually.
yes, yes. And from Massachusetts, I think it could hit a lot of females and that are trying, because Boston's coming up with a lot of females.
Yep.
Um and I feel like the young ones, you could be like a mentor to them, how you started, even though you took time off, you still come full throttle as a woman. And that's hard to do, to do shows, interact with the crowd. Like you're out of a stage presence, what I've been to for shows, I can say honestly, I would give you a 10, a 1 to 10. I definitely would give you a 10, how you interact with the crowd and you still go. And it's your voice, it's not a recording. Um, by the
Right,
DJ. No
right,
disrespect in any way to anybody that does their performances, but I like to feel the energy. I even like when people don't even use the mic and they go in.
right.
You know, I feel that's more for the soul, and
Yeah,
that's what music.
there's no backing tracks, just
Mhm, definitely.
rapping.
Now, do you have a manager right now?
No, no manager, nothing like that. I do what
Okay.
when I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't really want to get into managers and anything like that. I put out the music, I do shows, and honestly, it's better this way. There's
Okay. Okay.
pressure. I can just focus on making the music that I want to make, and those who listen to it, they listen to it.
Definitely. Definitely. What is your favorite song to perform?
Hmm. Favorite song to perform? I don't know. I got so many. I like doing No More. I like doing No More featuring Ransom because Like when that beat comes on and that drops, people don't know what to expect. And then they hear the beat and then they hear me start rhyming. They're like, okay, let me listen to what else she has to say. So probably that's going to be the song.
Okay, that's dope. Now, is there a particular DJ that you stick with, or do you have a variety of DJs?
No, no, no. King Prince all day. King Prince
Okay,
get together, we rehearse, you know,
that's awesome.
and if he's allowed to DJ on the set, he's going to DJ on the set. That's it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And that's good. As an artist, I tell artists all the time, I say, get a set DJ that only works with you so they can focus on your music. When they go to baby showers, they'll
Good.
be playing your music and, weddings, things like that.
Right.
And artists don't get it. It's a lot of promotion goes into a lot of work and hours.
You know what? It's a lot of people, they don't appreciate um a live performance anymore. They get up there with their friends. They're not interested in practicing. They just want to rap over the track. You can hear what they're saying half the time. The rest of the half, you don't know what the hell they're saying. Nobody really appreciates the art of hip hop anymore. They don't have to.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of like a lost art behind it, which sucks.
Totally. And, technology has taken over pretty much, hip hop and, the era of how they used to go from vinyl, you
Right.
know, to the milk cart, the crates with having the vinyl going to shows. And now, how do you feel about seeing DJs at shows that have the little Serato that's like this big?
I
And
mean, the
they,
Serato could be dope, but you gotta know how to mix. You gotta know how to scratch. You gotta know how to interact with your artist that you're working with, and it could go either way. You know what I mean?
right. I like I love vinyl. Um I like to feel it. I love to see the DJ doing his little thing, promoting himself as a DJ. That's his craft.
Yep.
And I don't know, I'm a big soul when it comes to music. And if I can't feel your music, then I'm not gonna listen to it. One of my favorite songs of yours is Still Cream.
Yep.
Um yeah, I love that. I still listen to that. When's your next music video coming out?
I don't know. I've been. I keep telling my daughter, I'm like, we gotta shoot this video. So I'm gonna make it happen. Top of the year. Top of the year.
Okay,
Top of the
that's
year.
good.
I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I know this year is gonna be really good with her with the Christmas tree.
Oh yeah. She loves it already. I got the Christmas tree up, and she came downstairs after her nap. She's like, wow. So
I
she's
bet. That's
excited. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to have a kid who's excited about the teenager, not so much. The little
right.
one, she's cool with it.
Yeah, definitely. The teenagers, they just want to play the video games or get on their cell
Yeah.
phones.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a fun year. I remember those. You got, Franklin, no, Stoneham Zoo. They have the Christmas lights in Franklin Park
Oh,
Zoo in
really?
Boston. Oh yeah, she would love that. It's so beautiful, so much vibrant lights and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always looking
Um,
for different stuff to do. So
how about a nursery tr album come out? Have you thought of that?
nope. I probably could.
Yes, I could see you doing that. I definitely could, I would listen to it. Because I feel like, artists don't focus on the younger crowd now.
Right.
And, they're all set on the drill music. How do you feel about the drill music?
It's cool for a little bit until it's
Right.
not. You know what I mean? I try not to really knock what anybody's doing. Like at first, I didn't kind of understand it, and then the more I started listening to it, I was like, all right, you know what I mean? But you got me for three or four songs. Then
That's
I'm putting something else.
yes, that's me, totally. I feel like, we got to bring back 80s music, that style, the vibe, um, to make it a little bit more peaceful. That's that's just personal in my opinion, but I feel like, a lot of people, these teenagers, they're not listening to the adults. They want to do what they want to do.
Of course.
Um, you know, um, what is the best advice you've been given during your career that you could pass on to another artist that is trying to come up?
Um, just be yourself, be yourself and stick to what you know, and don't settle for less. That's it. That's all you can do. Be original. Fortunately, we're in the day and age where you don't need to you don't need a label. You don't need any of that. You could do it yourself. What you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. You know what I mean? If I was a little younger in this day and age, please, I would have been out of here because all the resources, all you have to do is upload all the time. I don't have time to do all that shit all day. You know what I mean? If I had time to do that all day, no question, that's easy because they're not into developing artists anymore.
Right. It's
You
true.
develop yourself and it's a popularity contest.
Right, right.
That's it.
If you could pick a feature, what with one artist, it could be in the industry or not in the industry, who would you pick and why?
A feature. If I could do a feature with anybody right now, wow,
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I don't know.
Okay, okay.
Anybody,
All right. Well,
any of the legends. Nas will be a great feature. He's just legendary.
definitely.
I mean, the man
Yes,
is 50 years old and he's still relevant. That's not an easy task, especially um, this day. Like, music is changing, right? So some people choose to like try to experiment with what's going on now, or some people just sound dated. I don't think he sounds either. I think he's staying true to what he knows and he's doing a great job doing it. So I was thinking
definitely.
Nas, yeah.
That's a good choice, definitely, especially that someone that's been in the music
Yeah.
industry for a long time and, still could do shows and sell out on the
Yeah.
shows. So that's a good feature. So if anyone's out there that can make that happen, definitely make it happen because
Right.
Bonnie Stone is one of the best artists from New England area. So that would be a good collab. I definitely could see that. Yeah, I like it. You remind me still Remy Ma, um, and the one Alicia Keys. You definitely remind me of her. And the reason why I say that is because you could feel their music when you
Right.
listen to those ladies. And when I listen to your music, no matter if you're going light with the music or if you're going hard with the music, you come like for everyone's soul to feel that vibe when you're out there on the stage and interacting. And salute to you. What is the biggest show that you ever did
The biggest show I ever did.
that was memorized for you, that stuck in your head, that said, "Oh my God, that was the best show." That will always go down in the memory book for me.
Oh man. I don't know. There were so many. That's a good one. The biggest show. Oh, you know what? One time I opened up for 112 at the Hippodrome in Springfield. That was pretty fun.
That's nice. How was that?
That was memorable. The Hippodrome back then had like at least 2,000 to 2,500 people
Wow.
every weekend. So that was a good show to do. So I'm gonna say that. Yeah.
That's amazing. Definitely. That's a good sized crowd.
Yeah.
How did it feel being on the stage in front of everybody?
Good. I that's what I love to do. So that's nothing for me. That's what I like to do. I like to perform. So if I could,
Would you like,
yeah.
go ahead, I
No,
apologize.
go ahead.
Would you like to perform out of the country sometime?
Yeah, actually I would. Yeah, if
Where
I
would
could,
it be?
anywhere, anywhere, anywhere that
Okay.
wants me.
All right. I could see you in Florida. I definitely could see you in Florida. I could see you in the Bahamas,
Yeah.
um, in the islands. islands. I definitely could see you perform in the islands, even on the cruise boat. That's what I told somebody, another artist. The cruise boat to do shows. A lot of you artists need to start doing that because they're always looking for artists to perform on them.
Yeah.
And that would be good for you. You get trips all the time. Your family gets to go with you.
Right.
Um, that's something you should look into, Bonnie. Definitely. I could see you, doing a Disney cruise, something like that, for the kids.
Uh,
Um,
I'm not for the kids.
but I could see you. I know, like I could see you, if they offered you a good,
Yeah. Clean it up.
as yeah, I definitely could see you doing it. I could see you doing like an all princess album for the young under 10 years old, the Disneys. Like you got the Cinderella, you got Snow White, all of them. I could see you doing a remix of all those Disney princes. I really could. And not everyone can do that. It's your voice. Your voice is
Yeah.
different, and you can get it. You really could. Did you ever think of doing something like that?
No, hell no.
Even the soundtracks, Bonnie, to do like a soundtrack to, a Disney movie or something.
Yeah.
You have that voice, even though you say you're not, your music's not for them, but I definitely could see you doing it because you have that soft voice, but also you can come aggressive. But
Fake
if they,
protect. Yeah.
yeah, not everybody can do that. And then my next thing would be I could see your music being at wrestling, playing in the background, during the commercials or, when they have the music playing. I definitely could see that. So I was gonna recommend you looking into when they do boxing, wrestling, see how you can get your soundtrack on over there.
Mm, that's a good
Because
idea.
that's ESPN. That's ESPN, and you're a good artist. Like I said, I would have liked to seen you travel a lot more, with shows, opening up for a lot of artists. That's what I
Yeah.
would like you.
Yeah. To be on tour.
Yes, I would like to see you on tour with different artists that are out there. And that's what I could see. In the Disney cruise, I definitely could see that. And I was waiting to tell you during your interview that because I know that the hiring season is now, but this is when they're looking to recruit artists. People don't know that.
Good to know.
Thank you, thank you. Uh, what is going on here? This is Bonnie Stone, the one and only, the artist from Springfield, Massachusetts. That's what's going on. Her interview right now. Bonnie, if you could turn around and have a record label under you and manage artists, would you go that route?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see myself being an A&R, um, finding talent, artist developer, all that. Yeah, I could do that for sure.
Okay, okay. So if anybody's tuning in, make sure you reach out to Bonnie Stone. Bonnie Stone, give them all your social media. Any shout outs you would like to give to anybody.
Yeah,
Peace,
big,
peace,
big
everybody.
shout out to Raven King Prince, the Barbershop Talk podcast. You know what I'm saying? Tap into that. Big shout out to Dawn's Day. Big shout out to Joe Mack. Those are my brothers, MVS. Hopefully we could get a second album coming out from them fools. I'm gonna plug that. I'm gonna and big shout out to all the fans and listeners. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the support. Social media, Springfield B Stone, all across the board. Um, 4 solo albums, 1 mixtape, 1 group project. The catalogs is heavy. It's heavy. So however you want it, I'll give it to you. You want stories, you want to party, you want to sit back and relax, you want to chill, you want to vibe, you want music, adult contemporary. I do it all. So holla at me.
Get at her. She's a great artist, definitely a great artist. If you don't remember, um, she was in Boston doing a lot of shows all around New England. And she's willing to go out of the country to perform. So anybody that can make that show happen, make sure you link with her. I'm telling you, go check out her music, vibe out to it. You'll definitely feel it in your soul. And check out her new album that recently dropped. And stay focused and stay following her. She's a great artist, like I said, and book her.
Yep. Appreciate you, Jackie.
Bonnie, I appreciate you always coming on the Iccy Show. And if you ever need any promotion, definitely hit me up and keep me updated if you have any shows, because I would like to come out the next show you have. I can't hear you.
Oops, it muted my mic. My microphone got muted. I said, yeah, for sure. For sure. I'll
Okay, definitely.
keep you posted.
All right, cool, cool. I appreciate you definitely. Is there anything holding you back in your career right now? That um
Nope.
All right, so next time I have you on here, I hope to you let me know that you're coming out with your documentary. And is there a producer or a filmmaker that you need for that documentary?
Only a free one. If you ain't free, you ain't for me. Other than that, I could do the shit myself.
Um, you know what, Bonnie? Um, the seniors at schools, the people that do videography, they need to come out with 2 projects a year. Well, a couple years ago it was 2 years, two
You
projects a
know
year.
what? It's funny that you say that because I was thinking about that.
I had
So
that.
I think I need to go do that. Just
Yes,
because you said it, and I was thinking about that.
yes, yes. I found out I had a guy, he was a senior and he told me he had to go do 2 projects. So I had him film for me and they have to do it. So they'll do it for free. So this is the time to grab one of them during the school time.
Right.
Um, there you go. Bang.
Yep. I'm gonna look into that.
Let me know when you're filming if you need me to be an extra. I would love to be in one of your things.
All right, will do. Good talking
It's
to you. And if I don't talk
nice.
to you, make sure you have a happy new year.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. And again, I apologize coming on here late. I work was crazy. Today was our last day. I worked at a Christmas tree farm.
Yep.
Um, so today was our last day. It was crazy. I
Well,
appreciate you, Bonnie Stone from Springfield, Massachusetts 413 to Boston 617 to 978. Much love and respect to everyone that tuned in on this interview 610. Make sure you link with her if you need her for an interview or to book her for a show or to book her for a feature. Her prices are reasonable for the feature, so give her a try out. Much love, respect, and Happy New Year. God
happy
bless.
new year. Take care. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.